Have we already seen the best of this man, Big Ramy, Momdels Baye? This is the comparison you guys have all been waiting for. I have had many requests for this one. Big Ramy at the New York Pro 2013. A lot of people regard this as his best. Way back in 2013. You figured by now he would be 110% better, improved, things of that nature. Doesn't work out that way. Over on the other side, we have just last year, I was going to say this year, just last year, 2022 Olympia. He took 5th at that Olympia event. Returning champion, that's not a good placing, guys. That's not a good placing. Now, the reason why you don't see a whole lot of comparisons between the New York Pro and the Olympia, the camera angle is tilted quite a bit thousely, rendering the upper body looking a little bit smaller, I would say, for the New York, and the wheels looking a little bit larger. So you have to take all that into consideration. But I think we can make a pretty good decisions on this, and you can really see the changes in this guy. Let's go through these shots. And like I said, yes, the quads are going to look a little bit, maybe slightly longer, but aside from that, guys, I'm going to start off with these wheels. That quad sweep, it's shorter. It's shorter. You could see that from the front relax too. The quad, it goes all the way down, reaches past the knee almost. You can see that. And also attaches quite a bit higher up at the top. And nowadays, it seems it's shrinking and shrinking. It looks just as thick, and it kind of looks funny. It looks round and bulbous. Look, if you will, at the size of his teardrops. Twice as big. Now, as far as the upper body, well, he did crouch down and do this one. And this is maybe a better example of how much better his arms were back in the day. And you could see it from the first shot. You could see his abs. Now here, he is flexing his abs in this one. He was doing a vacuum for the last shot. But I mean, it does not do him any justice. His midsection, it gets thicker when he crouches down. Not only that, but his arms. I mean, they were already down in size. Makes them look even smaller. Like Arnold says, the little guy crouches in and then the big guy comes right up. Mostly in the tricep meet, I would suggest. Go to the front lat spread. And yes, look at that quad sweep. Oh my goodness. And like Xavier Wills pointed out from Desktop Bodybuilding, that hole in the quad. I mean, some of us, yes, everybody's going to say, oh, well, we would have seen that anyway. Well, Xavier's the one that kind of put the attention on and put the heat on Ramy. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Upper body, yes, it is tilted, but you can see his abs are washed out. Nowadays, compared to then, you can see his friggin' abs in the front lat spread, for goodness sakes. Look at that. That's incredible. Cuts in the wheels as well. Big man's chest, slight bit of gyno. But hey, what the heck. His lats are pretty filled out at the 2022 Olympia, but I mean, they're rounder, they're fresher, fuller at the New York Pro. It is the decline of Big Ramy, guys, and this side chest development. This explains it all. Look at the arm. He's all delt now, and it's not a huge delt. It's kind of washed out. His delt's much more striated back then, but look at his tricep. Look at his bicep. Forearm development? The friggin' forearm itself. Look at that. And his chest. Hey, I'll take that little fake Newton over the just deflated, washed out physique that he has now. And as far as the legs are concerned, you can really see that his quad sweep, it stops way up there. You can see that. And it goes swoosh, goes all the way down past the knee. You see that? That's incredible. Much more aesthetically pleasing back then, too. Go to the side tricep. And single, double, triple, quadruple even. Wows. All over the place. In fact, I'll give this a wowzers. Yes, and this is why maybe he has a pointy knee. I noticed a lot of guys when their quad sweep, it creeps up like this, like it's happening to Big Ramy, and this has happened to other bodybuilders, guys. It's just because he's an Olympia champion that we all notice it more. I mean, that is probably the cause of those great big pointy knees. Pointy knees, pointy knees. Have them myself. I call them knock knees, because you can knock them together. Look at the abs, guys. Like I said earlier, I will easily take a little Fig Newton to look that much better. Unbelievable. Now the back development, or at least, hold on a second now, because the back as a whole was better back then. But this rear lat spread, not as big as a difference as the other shots. You take the six-pack out of the deal. I mean, even from here, you can see the triceps are gone. Look at that. Look at that. And I know I already said wow, so they'll just give a regular wow. Yeah, condition, to be honest, he was a little off this year, I think. I don't think he was as dry, as striated, because he does not look that much more conditioned in the glutes. His back looks probably wider, which is very surprising to me. But having said that, he's going to be in trouble in this rear double-double. Who ordered the double-double? Big Ramy did, and I will get to the back in a second. We'll get to the wheels in a minute. First, thing that I notice is the arms. Look at the triceps, guys. Now, I said Big Ramy's going to return 2023, which is this year, and regain that title, but I don't know, man. I think he's too far gone. He's not going to be able to regenerate that tricep meat. There's no way. And as far as the back is concerned, couldn't see it from the rear lat. He did an amazing job hiding the lack of lat insertions in that rear lat spread. But yes. I mean, if he is more conditioned now, doesn't really matter. He's losing the pose. And his calves. Look at the size. Could be the angle. Probably the angle. Here's the abs and thigh. And you know what? Before we get into the rest of the physique, look at that calf. His calves were much bigger. They were creeping down a whole lot lower. Look at that, the attachment. So the guy has done everything in his power to hang on to that title, but in the process, he has abused that physique in the gym. I mean, the amount of weights these guys are lifting and stuff they're doing also, I'm not overlooking that. It just tears apart and ruins and destroys an otherwise pleasing physique. And the quad sweep on this one, yes, half the length. So yeah, the attachments are up higher, down lower. Wow. And that is one nice big striated friggin' quad sweep. And the feathering up the yin-yang, teardrop, abs. Don't even get into the washed out abs. Unbelievable, guys. And the most muscular is what it is, the camera angle like I began with. You're not going to see the true differences, but I wager to say, if he was even hitting this shot at the same, we would be able to see a superiority in the upper body. So it's somewhat of a not a sad story. I mean, nobody passed away or anything like that. But are we going to see the true potential of this man? He was in a hurry, I think. In, say, 2017, he really wanted that title. And then 18, you could see it kind of, his physique started to lose that aesthetic look. And then, obviously, he did what it takes to win the title, but he didn't hang on to it. So it just goes to show the Andrew Jacks, the Michael Crizos, the guys coming up, the Nick Walkers. Don't be in too big of a hurry, because it might take you a couple more years to win the title, but you'll be able to hang on to it. Your physique won't take that abuse. Obviously, there's something going on. Pinched nerves. People are talking about pinched nerves, things of that nature, that are destroying the attachments to your lats. I believe Dave Palumbo started talking about that, but it is what it is, guys. There seems to be an unsolved mystery, the missing lats, the missing lower lat insertions. But other than that, Big Ramy, I mean, the holes in the quads, the triceps are gone. So, good luck 2023, Big Ramy, but I'm not going to predict him as winning like I maybe thought he could have. But hit thumbs up on the video, guys, and please subscribe to the channel unless you are already. Have a great one.